Hello and welcome to Dawn Chorus Writes, a Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction and audiofic. This is a new series called Plagg's Day Out, and it is a companion piece to The Princess and the Cheese. So I hope you enjoy it. It is written by Jheqia, narrated by Dawn myself. Hello! And yeah, I hope you really enjoy this. It's a really fun little piece to go alongside of it. Massive shout out and lots of love to Arkatza for her commissioned art piece for the thumbnail. So all her information is listed down below. Make sure you go and send her some love. Make sure you send Jheqia some love for writing it. All her information is listed down below. Make sure you send me some love by smashing that like button. Comment down below what you think of it and what will happen in the next part. And make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out on this one and other series and other one-shots to come. And enjoy. Chapter 5. Come out, Plagg.
You did your best, Plagg,
Tikki whispered consolingly once they were back inside Marinette's purse and heading back to school.
It wasn't your fault they were interrupted.
Sure, and my fur is white,
he grumbled, paws crossed and refusing to be soothed by her scratching behind his ears.
Stupid bad luck.
His partner rolled her eyes.
Don't you think, after all these centuries, that I would know your bad luck when it happens? It was a coincidence.
They were so close, Teeks. They were just going to kiss and then...
I know. They will feel their connection grow stronger, whether they know the other identity or not. It might even be the edge they need to defeat Shadowmoth, and it would make them both happier and safer from Akumas. But you know what can happen if we push too hard.
Troy was not my fault, he muttered crossly.
Why is this so important to you?
Plagg sighed.
Adrien's home situation is not good, Teeks. He is isolated in his own house. His father ignores him unless it's to order him around or tell him he did something wrong, which the kid would never do on purpose. His mum is gone, his bodyguard is as silent as ugly statue, and the robot of a secretary is the closest thing to kinda he has, and he is almost as cold and lifeless as the house. He rubbed as angry paws crossed his eyes to banish tears. It's not fair, Tikki. Kitten is a good boy. He is the best of cats and he deserves to be loved. His heart is so...
Pure?
Tikki offered.
Yeah, and it's breaking, Teeks. All I can do is destroy, and I'm not good at the mushy stuff like you are. But he needs her. He deserves to be happy.
Tikki wrapped her arms around him in a gentle hug.
They both do, Plagg. It will work out, and you are helping. We just need to be careful.
They finally curled up together in their purse and napped for a while, only waking when Marinette changed classes. It seemed like everyone wanted to talk to her.
Is she always like this?
He asked as yet another person came to get Marinette's help with a problem or a project.
Yep, she's always biting off more than she can chew. She's always manages to come through for everyone somehow. Generally, not by getting enough sleep.
No wonder Fu made a ladybug, Plagg whispered in awe. She's practically already. All you give her is a suit and the bugs.
Pretty much,
Tikki said, clearly proud of her bug, and rightly so.
But she doesn't believe that. She thinks she is only Ladybug because of the suit. That is when she feels the most confident.
Hey, Marinette, Alia,
came Adrien's voice. Hey, sunshine, Alia replied, sounding smug. Did you guys have fun on your lunch date?
Alia!
Marinette groaned, and Plagg could imagine how red she was turning.
We were working on a project, and I invited Adrien over for lunch since Papa has been making quiche today, and I know he likes it. It wasn't, well, you know.
Sure. Well, I'm going to catch up with Nino before class. Call me later, girl. The Kwamis could feel Marinette sway from Alia's nudging her. Hey, Adrien said. I feel like we kind of left things in a weird place after lunch. Really? The purse giggled with her nervousness.
Come on, kid,
Plagg muttered.
you can do it.
Yeah, not in a bad way, just... Adrien paused uncertainly and Tikki winced.
Oh no, Marinette is going to think he's rejecting her,
she whispered.
If it were possible, I'd throttle my chosen,
he hissed. It's okay, Marinette said softly, turning away. I understand. We'll get Adrien. She sniffed slightly. We're still friends. Don't worry about it. She was leaving when suddenly he cried out, No! Marinette, please, wait! That's not what I... She had just turned back to him when a scream of rage tore through the air. Instinctively, Plagg curled around Tikki, protecting her from the crackling, creaking sound he heard buildings nearby. A body collided with Marinette, knocking them all to the ground as a roaring wall of heat washed over them, followed by the hiss of falling glass. A shrill and all too familiar voice rang through the air. Du Pang Chang, get your filthy paws off my Adriens. Plagg sighed. Great, and a Kuma. Tikki nudged him with a paw and rolled out from underneath him.
and Chloe at that. I told you.
All right, smarty spots. How are we gonna get me back to my kid without either of them catching on to their identities?
She shrugged.
I guess we'll just have to trust Marinette.
The two teens scrambled apart as much as the Kwamis had done. Marinette's heart was beating so loudly that Plagg could hear it.
Though, I wonder if that's because of the Kuma, the kid being on top of her, or worrying 'cause he left his decoration hanging.
Whatever the cause of her anxiety, she was moving stealthily enough to make Cat Noir proud, if he hadn't been too busy playing heroes to notice.
In case you hadn't noticed, Chloe, I was the one who was holding her,
Adrien called angrily. A mistake easily erased, Adriens, and that is scorn to you.
Just leave Marinette alone, Chloe. I was never anything more than your friend, and you trying to hurt Marinette isn't likely to change my mind.
You'll change your mind when she's a pile of cinders, Scorn growled. Now, be a good boy and get out of my way. Hey, Chloe, you need to cool down, Marinette cried as she dodged to one side. Scorn screamed, and the sound of flames hissing and water splashing indicated that the bug had set off a decent diversion.
Come on,
Adrien called. There was a lot of bouncing and jostling until they entered a dark, quiet place, and the door locked behind them. I doubt she'll think to look for us in here, he panted, holding Marinette tightly against him. Too dirty for her. Are you okay? I'm fine. It was very brave of you to defend me like that, but... Adrien, you're bleeding! Don't worry about it, he said in a reassuring voice. The little ladybugs will fix it soon enough. I just need to make sure you're safe. No!
Oh, come on, Bug, Plagg breathed. Not that I'll go, you stay safe argument. We don't have time.
Tikki shushed him. What do you mean? Adrien asked, and they could feel his hold tighten around her waist.
I can't just...
Adrien, I need you to listen to me, Marinette said, her voice steady and calm. Her stutter was gone, replaced by a voice of command. There is something far more important than me that needs to be kept safe, but I need you to promise never to tell anyone what I'm about to show you. Can you do that for me?
What do you need me to do, Marinette?
The purse opened. Come out, Plagg.
He looked from Tikki to Marinette and back again, but his partner just shooed him on. So he flew out and hovered in the air between the two teens before settling on her shoulder. What's going on, princess? He asked, shifting his eyes warily back and forth between them. No one is supposed to know about me. Adrien's eyes were wide with shock mixed with admiration. He couldn't blame him. He was reading from this too. I just hope Pigtails knows what she's doing.
Adrien, this is Plagg. She paused for a moment before continuing. He is the creature that gives Cat Noir his powers. He won't hurt you.
Much, he rasped, showing an unnecessary amount of teeth, and grinned when Adrien glared at him.
Be nice, Marinette said, and shot Plagg such a guardian glare that he stopped instantly. Remember I told you at lunch that Cat Noir stopped by from time to time to visit me?
Yeah, so he what? Dropped off his kitten for a play date?
Plagg growled deep in his chest but said nothing.
Just watch it, kid. I know where you sleep.
Marinette chuckled. No, he came to visit me today, but I don't know Cat's real identity. He's going to need Plagg here to fight Scorn. Ladybug needs him. She looked up at him with a worried look on her face. Adrien, Chloe wants me. Most likely she'll leave you alone. Would you be willing to help cover for Plagg long enough to get him out of the school and find Cat Noir? I can lure Chloe away so you two can get out of here safely. I hope. Plagg stared at her in astonishment.
She was born to be Ladybug. Compassionate and brilliant. No wonder she and Sugarcube get on so well.
The two teens stared at each other for a long moment, when suddenly Adrien grabbed her shoulders and pulled her into a kiss. Plagg had just enough warning to tumble backwards off her shoulder to keep them from crushing between them. He purred quietly in satisfaction as he felt the bonds between the four of them increase and strengthen. If the kittens let it grow properly, their bond would eventually make them nearly unstoppable team, able to anticipate each other's moves in battle and reveal secondary powers. But if his hunch was right, they would become as tough as braided steel. But in the meantime, they had an Akuma to fight, and Tikki was giving him a stern look from inside Marinette's purse.
Plagg coughed, flying next to their faces. I hate to break up your moment, but there's an Akuma to fight, and I need to find my kitten.
Plagg pulled away just long enough to growl.
Go away, little kitty.
Before going in for seconds, the Kwame rolled his eyes at the new-found enthusiasm.
Nice try, Blondie, Plagg snapped harshly. But didn't you forget something? Like that walking fire extinguisher ad out there is after your girlfriend?
He's right, Marinette sighed, pulling slowly away. You need to help Plagg get out of here so he can find Cat. She took a deep breath and tugged her jacket down to straighten it. Let's get going. She made to head up the stairs, but Adrien grabbed her hand. Marinette, will you go out with me on Saturday? Plagg could hear Tikki humming with delight from here. He couldn't suppress the wide grin that took over his face. Marinette's smile lit up her face like a lighthouse. I'd love to. Then she tugged on his hand and together they crept up the stairs. After listening at the door for several minutes and hearing nothing, Adrien carefully peeked out into the courtyard. Small fires were burning around the open area and scattered remains of the fight of the students and faculty. "She's gone," he whispered. He looked at her seriously. "Please, stay here and safe, Marinette. I'll make sure Plagg gets to Cat Noir in time. I promise." He kissed her swiftly on the forehead before opening his overshirt. "Hide in here, little buddy." Plagg flew back to his usual pocket and Adrien made a mad dash across the courtyard for the exit. As soon as they were outside and safely hidden in the alley, Adrien called, "Plagg, close out." And Cat Noir was off to save the day. Thank you for listening to part 5 of Plagg's Day Out. It's so much fun, these little snippets. I hope you're enjoying it too. Make sure you smash that like button. Send me some love. Send Jheqia some love for writing it. Comment down below what you think of it and what will happen in the next part. And remember, this is side B and it comes after Princess and the Cheese, which is side A. So make sure you check that one out first and make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out on these series that are happening at the moment and other one-shots to come. And I hope you're good and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.